welcome to the You Are Here podcast. This is episode 68 of the podcast. And if you noticed, if you're looking at the video right now, we are in a different area. We are outside. I don't know what's going on. This might just be, I don't know, the most high class looking podcast that we've done.
I wish we had cigars right now.
Yeah, I feel like a king right now.
Scotch and cigars.
I should probably stop looking at my phone. So, I started the podcast, but find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube with the video, Anchor.fm, www.youareherepodcast.co. We cannot afford the M.
Yeah.
My name is Mike.
Couldn't afford the M.
I said that.
I missed it.
Couldn't afford the M.
Yeah.
My name is Mike.
My name's Dave. And welcome. This is episode 68 of the podcast, and we are outside. We were able to get together. We've been planning this, and come outside and just be social distancing, but do the podcast together because we had some technical difficulties.
Yep.
And we're under a roof, so we're protected from the rain right now. We got a fire near us to keep us warm. And I'm really excited to be just being being around you. When you got to when I walked up to the car, I was like, oh man, like.
It was weird, dude.
Should I
be like, new almost.
Should I be like, should I say what's up? Or should I say like, hey, should I say, hey, how you doing?
I almost didn't know. I forgot what to do when you see someone.
I felt kind of weird.
Really?
I felt weird.
Huh.
Not in a bad way.
What'd you feel though?
I'm just not used to social interactions anymore.
I feel you. Yeah.
I went to the supermarket today to get some baking goods because Lena wants to make. Am I too loud on the levels here? Thank you. Lena wanted to make some cupcakes for the family.
Oh.
So I went and got some cups, some tins.
Yep.
The red velvet coloring dye for the red velvet cupcakes. Bunch of stuff, buttercream, everything. I think I said like no.
No, I said
Okay.
That was a good one.
And while I was there, the aisles at the Stop and Shop I go to have the one ways, the arrows.
Yeah.
And every time, like I'd be in an aisle, I was in the baking aisle, and it's a one way going up, and I'm like the first one in, and I'm like, there's no one here. And I felt good. I was like, no one's gonna bake either. Like I feel like I'm in a good spot in the store. I'm finally relaxing. Like I had a podcast in my ears, and I had my mask on. I had everything. And what happens, dude? Someone walks in from the opposite side going down the aisle.
Oh.
So there's arrows on the floor.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I just realized that's a thing.
So you've been doing it. You're the guy doing it.
That's the guy
and
doing it, bro.
I can't like express it. Like I can't. I have a short fuse now, I feel like, with that stuff. So I was like, how do I express to this person, like turn around or look down or like go back from whence you came, So I had the mask on. I was frowning, but I was like, you can't see that.
Yeah.
I huffed really loud. I went,
oh no, that's the worst.
Tap
dude.
my leg like this, and use my eyes to like look and then shake my head. And I was trying to convey like you're making a big mistake and you're making me uncomfortable. And it didn't work, dude. They just did their thing.
Wow. How old were they?
Yeah. I think she was about 35.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know why when I go to grocery, I'm an avid grocery shop goer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know how I missed those because whenever I go in there, I'm like, I know the 4 spots. I know where the kombucha is. I know where the chicken is. I know what day I grab sushi, where the sushi place is.
Yeah.
I grab my thing and I leave.
You know exactly what you need.
I know if I'm feeling an Oreo, I know where the Oreos are. If I'm getting coffee and I'm low, I know where the coffee is.
But I was in the baking section. I have no idea.
And when I want a yogurt with the little Oreo topping,
you use that too? The Chobani? The
yes.
Oh yeah.
Where
I have that in the fridge right now. That's my shit.
I know where it is. And I leave. It takes a maximum of maybe 3 minutes. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
A weird thing. You go.
You sure?
You go. Yeah.
But I couldn't. I found the wrong thing. I didn't know cupcakes had the.
Oh, that's the worst place to find. Like to find those kinds of things is the worst.
It's like they just threw shit on a wall and we're like, you looking for dye or are you looking for brown sugar? And it's like all in the same place. I'm like, what? Agave or fucking baking sheets? What? It was just a mishmash of shit. Yeah. It was like a dollar store in that aisle. Dude, it was a nightmare. But I found
and you got everyone looking like from far. Like,
yeah, bro. Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. I feel bad about that. I apologize.
No, I had a.
I would dap you up right now.
I know. I feel it. I feel the energy.
This feels cool.
You know what it sounds like when just be quiet for a second. Just like the fire going, little wind, a little air,
like
some rain.
It's like the Calm app. You ever heard of the Calm app?
No.
I downloaded it. It's for like people who want to meditate and like sleep, get better sleep. McConaughey does that sleep story on it. I told you. He talks like actors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the app, but it sounds like this.
It sounds nice. You could tell a story.
Yeah.
Behind this.
Yeah. I want to tell some stories.
Tell a story. You got anything?
I got some. I want to do this real quick before we move forward. Our boy Ariel Pacheco and a few other friends lost one of his good friends to COVID a couple days ago. So Jose Toribio, shout out to you, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
Be well. And
wow.
Yeah, I feel terrible. I was thinking about like, you know, all the people that I have in my life, and like, you know, I've been fortunate enough not to be touched by that yet. But it like seeing Ariel go through that made me think about the possibility of that happening to any of us, and it was just shocking. It was shocking to see that and see him go through that. So I'm sorry, Ariel, that you had to go through that.
Yeah, me too, man.
You lost your friend, and we're thinking about you and him and
families, everyone.
Yeah, I prayed. We'll pray for him, and everyone, please stay safe.
It's so scary to see. Yeah, rest in peace, man. It's scary to see like when all this like first kind of broke out. It's like the circle is so big. It's like the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then for so long, you're like, oh, I don't know anyone that has this thing, or like, I've never seen it like close to me, like affecting us really. Yeah. And slowly the circle like closes. Yeah. And, you know, now every day you're feeling like, damn, like literally like, you know, down the street or next door. It's happening everywhere. Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah, and it makes me think, like, is it only a matter of time until like we're all kind of in this similar situation, or but you can't, I guess you can't really think that way. Like what's I keep trying to tell myself, like, what's the point in thinking that way? Like, what's the point in waking up every day and being like worried, like, is today the day I'm gonna get the call that somebody I know has it and they're really sick? Like, or if I just don't want to think about that. If it happens, it happens, and I have to adjust and deal with it and be like the stream. Like, you move like the water in the stream, and when the rock is coming that's in the middle of the stream, what does the water do? It adjusts and moves around that rock, or diverges into a new path or whatever. But I want to be more like water, like Bruce Lee said, dude, and not so like rigid.
Oh yeah.
Like in my thought process, I want to be more malleable. There was a saying, I forgot who said it. It might be Bruce Lee again. I don't know.
So many good
quotes. Yeah. It's the hardest trees that break first in the storm. So saying like the most malleable, the trees that bend the easiest are the ones that will survive the storm. But the ones that are rigid are gonna break. Yep. I was like, damn, that's such a good
yep. That's
good metaphor there. Yeah, man, that's a good visual for being loose, being loose with life, and like allowing, I don't know, whatever circumstance thrown at you to just bend and adjust. And it's easier said than done, but when you think about it, that's what we have to do.
I want to connect that to kind of something I've been thinking about recently. Just being present and like not rooting yourself in those past kind of things. Because when you think about it, if you like rooting yourself, like a tree or something, it makes you hard. Yeah. And it makes you like one of those hard trees that maybe those things can be, you're going further away from those experiences or memories or whatever, whether they're good or bad. But I think by being present, you kind of keep moving forward with everything. Yeah. And those connections, those roots that you have to those old memories, they become less kind of strong. You know what I mean? They're easily broken, basically. Yeah. Yes. So I've been trying to practice like just staying present. Yeah. It's hard though. Yeah, man. Especially these times. I don't know why I'm thinking back to like just like dumb things. Yeah. I don't know why.
You want to talk about things or no? Like personal things?
I don't just like past relationship stuff. Gotcha. I don't know why this thing always comes back to me. Especially in this time where like I'm like, there's like, what's the future going to look like after this? So and how it's going to change the way I'm going to be. Yeah. And even
how do you think it will change you?
I don't know. I wanted to ask, like, what do you think is going to be happening in like 5 years? Like, where are we going to be?
I don't know.
You
I don't know.
Because I heard I think we were talking about it before the podcast. Elon Musk went on the Joe Rogan podcast like, for another time, and they're just talking about a lot of hard to understand things, but obviously it's like another whole universe level of like intelligence, I guess. But they were talking about how like you're barely gonna be like a person at some point. You know, you're gonna be like your mind. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna lose the physical thing. But I'm so against that. I feel like that's not gonna happen because with these like doing these podcasts every week, doing it digitally, like there's such a difference between actually experiencing someone in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this eye contact.
Totally.
Like when you're on a fucking computer and you're looking at each other, it's like, you know, and then like you're like glitching up. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like I can't connect to that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not gonna get to that point where like, unless there's some magical way that we're gonna be able to connect on like a mental, you know, way.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's anything like that right now.
Right.
I think it's purely like a very physical, like in-person thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to like when email came out, bro, people were like, oh no, oh shit, is this it? Like, are we never gonna see each other? And we're like, that wasn't a big deal. We found out, but like that was the start, I feel like, of I don't know, like us getting farther and farther apart, man. There's something about human to human interaction when it's in person versus like the digital, like you could tell from the last podcast we did. It's different. It just feels different. I don't know how to describe it. I feel more distant. Like when I'm doing the shit and I'm in that room and you're in your room, and like it's still a conversation. I'm still able to talk to you, and that's better than not. But I don't know. It just didn't feel. I'm not as vulnerable. I feel like I'm more aware of the room I'm in. I'm way less aware of what I'm doing right now than I am when I'm like in a room on a screen, and I'm seeing my fucking self on the screen, which is so. Why do they do that?
I don't know. Mine is like a little thing in the corner.
Yeah, mine too. But like, why?
But I look at it, I'm like, oh shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Why?
And,
why?
And yo, they give you the worst camera on your laptop. It makes you look like a fucking like a peanut, dude. You look terrible. You gotta stare at that, dude.
Why is this the computer like webcam thing? Why is that such
I don't know.
2000?
Bro,
it's an old camera.
I got a 4K camera.
That's what I'm saying.
Here. Like,
and on a phone,
people record movies on their phones.
But you buy a new laptop. It's a piece of shit webcam.
Same size, dude.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Same size.
Weird, dude. I want to shout out real quick.
Yes.
Before I forget, shouting out Soraya. Shout out Soraya on Instagram at Soraya SURRIJA. She dropped an album, an electro pop album.
Yes.
And she said it has a lot of cinematic qualities to it. I said, please send it over, Soraya.
Yeah.
But shout out to you. Go get that album. I'm gonna listen to it after.
Yeah, if you're a filmmaker, you're making things, you need some sort of like, I don't know, backing. Kind of music. That could be perfect.
Yeah.
You know.
Shout
I
out.
want to spread more love, man.
Yeah,
if you guys are listening and you want to shout something out, you want to spread some project you're working on, it could be anything. You know what I mean? I know it's hard for me to even do anything like creative right now. I'm trying so hard, but it's just like it's becoming more of like just getting by every day. Yeah. Trying to figure it out. So if you have anything, just DM us on Instagram, your podcast, just search it up. Yeah. And we'll be happy to, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling more creative about it. Like remember last week I was talking about how creativity feels like it's going down. Yeah. It's finally like
you're bouncing back.
Am I fucking with the flow?
No.
Were you about to look up something?
No.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Sorry. I saw you glance at the laptop.
We don't know how to like.
I know.
In person, dude.
I feel like
weird.
a fucking baby. Like I'm just born. This is how you communicate. Yeah. I feel like I started writing more poetry.
Yes. Oh my god, I wanted to bring this up.
So I started writing more poetry. I wrote my stepmother a poem for Mother's Day too. And I was like, dude, I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, man.
And then I was speaking to somebody about it. And she said, oh, this could be a part of your like life more so than you think. Like this could be like, I know you're passionate about acting and like that, I don't think that'll change, but like this could be more a part of the rest of your life than you think. Because I'm thinking in my mind, I like to think of myself as like this old dude who like wrote a bunch of poetry throughout his life and like puts out a book when he's 80 because you know, that's the time he wants to express himself. And I'm just like, nah, man, if I want to write poetry, like, and publish it or whatever, or just write it and one day publish it, I don't have to wait till I'm 80 years old.
No. You don't.
And this is a perfect time for me to like continue to write that. And
Yeah.
if the screenplay isn't happening right now in my mind, but it's starting to. Like that's the thing I
Yeah.
wanted to bring up. The poetry, the writing of the passionate thing I'm into right now, is starting to open up my creativity towards screenwriting. And my boy Adam, shout out Adam Ladder.
Big shout out.
I'm gonna call him on this podcast.
Yeah, we have to.
He has me on those webcam teaching, like writing teaching sessions that he's teaching me about writing. And so for screenplays and stuff and plays. And so that's starting to open up my creativity too. And I'm more open to doing the uncomfortable thing, which is like calling up Adam and getting lessons from him, or like writing the poetry even though I'm not feeling like it or whatever. But I feel more creative than I did last week, and it's like I feel a slow like awakening to my passions again, like very slow. I want to act just like a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not in as dark a place as I was last week. I wanted to tell you.
Great, man.
I feel better.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting for me to hear. You know?
Bro. How you doing?
I want you to read the poem that you
Shit.
put, man.
The last one?
Yeah, I think it was really good, man.
All right.
I really love your poetry.
Thanks, bro.
Like I could see that with like a book with like dope illustrations. and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like I don't know.
That's why I want to keep taking pictures. I
Yes.
want to make
Yes,
a little.
man.
I want to publish. I spoke to somebody in
see it.
publishing about it,
I
and
can see it.
yeah, man. I don't know. It makes me feel good.
That's all it needs to do, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to do anything else.
So this poem goes like so. As we walked through the woods, the leaves were exploding with auburn and gold. You were humming a song I didn't know. My sweater was too long on your frame, and the air smelled damp and cold. We were surrounded by the dead and the dying, but I promise I never felt more alive. That one made me feel good, man. I don't know.
man. No, I love that.
I love
really good.
poetry, dude. It did so much for me, dude. These past couple years, poetry that
Yeah.
I can't believe I like waited my whole life, bro, to start reading poetry.
You opened that shit up to me too. Like I never
You
thought
didn't
about
mess with it, right?
Never thought about it, man.
You could read a page of poetry and it could change your week. Like it could adjust the path of your fucking life sometimes if you read a poem
Yeah.
and it's like almost like I can only describe poetry as like a whisper. Like to me it's like I imagine myself like reading it by myself in like an aisle at Barnes and Noble, and I'm completely alone, but there's people like shopping and stuff, and I can open a line of poetry or a one page of poetry, read it, and it's like the author of it whispered this super personal thing that I can see visually, and that moves me so deeply in ways of writing that I never would have thought of because it's so specific to that person. That I'm like, oh, dude, there's nothing generic about this. Is like such a personal filter that you're giving me the chance to look through for a second. And it's really beautiful. That's why I love it. That's why I love it.
I love it too because it just feels like such a, like you're saying, there's like you can visualize it, and it almost feels like such like a simplified like version of this whole experience or story that this person had. You know?
Yeah.
And you're able to get it.
Yes.
Just like that.
And it's so personal to that person that you relate.
Yep.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That like I'll read a line of poetry, and if it's like super personal and well written, like I just think the more personal it is, the more specific and personal that writer can get, the more you'll relate.
Yeah.
Plug in your thing that is like, and you feel like the author's talking to you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Did you just write that about what I'm going through right now in my life? Like,
I get that a lot with
dude,
music too.
insane.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. It blows my mind. But that's where
The
I'm at right now.
relatability, man.
Yeah. So why not publish a book, in the next couple of years?
I think so.
Why not?
I had like I had a couple things written down. One of the questions I wanted to ask was, I mean, I can generalize it more because I feel like this would be a thing that you would answer it with. But I want to ask, like, what's one thing outside of your comfort zone you wanted to try?
Oh.
I wanted to ask it as like what would be like a skill or like something like that
Yeah.
you always wanted to get into or something like that.
Specifically during this quarantine?
I think just in general.
Boxing. I want to get into boxing.
Boxing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I keep thinking of writing
Boxing's
something to do with
crazy.
the character. I'm developing like the character stuff early.
Yeah.
And like the character I'd want to play has boxed or is boxing. Because I want to get into boxing.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get fucked up, but I want to like
Yeah.
train in boxing. I want to
That's a
learn
lot
the
of
craft
discipline.
of boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's a whole story in itself.
That makes me uncomfortable as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely with like physical things.
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm less of a man or something than other
That's
people.
how you feel?
Kind of. I don't know.
Yeah. But you were
Maybe I'm not
you're an
the match.
athlete. You
I
play
guess so. I
sports.
was.
But you're an athletic person.
I'm a chubbly athlete now.
No. You're an athletic person.
I guess so. All right.
But I
take
understand like how you see yourself is not
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
I get that.
I think it's seeing these ripped people on
I
Instagram and
totally
shit.
get
I'm
that,
like, oh
dude.
shit.
I know.
What am I gonna do?
The thing, dude, the rip people thing, I was talking to Lena about it. The comparison of like seeing like this muscled up dude, and like the second I see that person who has the perfect body in my mind, and like that's the perfect body,
Yeah.
I don't say like, oh, good for that person. I like go in my mind if it's like this dude who's like perfect, and I'm like, comparison,
Me too,
and
man.
I'm like, how about this, man? Like you're this beautiful person, and like your body's perfect, and like you can tweak things here and there, but you're blessed with a body that has limbs and everything works, and like
Yeah.
there's no reason to compare. It's not a you can't be that person. You just can't. No matter what you do, you can't do it. So you might as well accept who you are and just be the best you can. Like accept you first. Say, this is the best I'm getting. This is all I want. I love this. And then just
Yep.
make it better. But
That's
you're better, not they're better.
That's like the one thing I posted it a couple days ago, but it's what's the thing? What's the quote? Something perfect
Yeah.
is just what you are.
I remember that. I remember you were putting
It's
that.
really good. I loved it. But basically the idea
Yes.
of like we all striving for just perfection, right?
Yes, I remember
This
that.
person's perfect. This person, has all these physical things that you wish
Yeah.
you had,
Yeah.
or you wish you were like, you're like, oh, I'm ugly, and I wish I could, my nose is too big, or my fucking ears are too big.
Yeah.
Like you physically can't, you can't change these things.
Yeah.
This is you.
Yeah.
Like you're literally, what you're thinking is impossible.
You can't do it.
It's impossible.
You get facial
Yeah.
reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, you can, but like you're not gonna be the same.
No. Nope.
Like it's literally impossible to change so many things about you.
Yeah.
So what you are is perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, that helped me with just get over a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no problem seeing it in other people. Zero. Like
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh, you should change your nose up, or your skin is terrible. Like I never fucking think that. I'm always like, beautiful person. Cool. Like every characteristic to me
Yeah.
is, I'm not ripping it apart. I'm like, oh, cool characteristics about this individual that makes them an individual.
Yep.
Not like when I turn on myself, I'm like, just fucking attack myself. And I'm like, dude, be nice to yourself,
Yeah.
man. Like you wouldn't do that to yourself if you were outside of yourself. If you were seeing yourself, you wouldn't be
Yeah.
like, hey, homie, like, fix your fucking face, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how it's so easy to
You're not ripped enough, dude.
I feel like
what?
you're like that too, that you would never do that to someone else.
No, bro.
But
That's
to yourself, you're
yeah.
like, fuck you, dude.
That's
I
the
don't
trick
care.
I've been trying to live by now is
Yep.
when I speak to myself shitty, I'm like, imagine 5-year-old Dave in front of me.
Yep.
What would you say to 5-year-old Dave?
Yep.
There's no way I'd be like, hey, dumbass, why'd you
Yep.
do that? Like if I break something or something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's okay. You don't be upset. Like it's totally fine. We can fix this or whatever. Hey, wind.
Chill.
Hey, bro, are we in a storm?
I think we are.
This
How
fire's
many
keeping us-
days this the weather the snow?
Dude,
it was snowing.
blizzard 2 days
It
ago.
was a blizzard. It was blizzard.
Sunny as shit. I was standing right there in the sun with some snowflakes hitting me. And I was just like, and it was like 55 degrees or something like that. I'm like, this is crazy.
Some days I just feel like it's like an apocalypse.
That's what I
I
felt like.
literally feel like the world's gonna end tonight.
I feel like it's resetting. Like I feel
Yeah.
like weird shit's happening because
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
all
yeah.
inside.
It's so eerie when you go out. I
What
guess
is that,
because it's
dude?
also because
Why is it doing that?
what?
That. What is that? The shadow. Did you just see that? Am I crazy?
see it.
Oh, that scared me. All right. Dude, there's bears. Oh, I got to tell you this story while we're out here.
Fuck.
Yo, check this. So there's a couch that's usually here, right? We moved it because of the camera. Dude, check this out. We had just gotten my dog Fredo as a puppy, right?
Oh no.
He was like this big.
Oh no.
Little pup.
Oh.
The baby. So Lena was laying on the couch watching the TV up here. And she was laying with the puppy. I went inside. There's a deck up there. You can't see it. It's past the camera. So I went inside. I was like, oh, I'm going to go get us some drinks. Right?
Uh-huh.
I start making the drinks. There's a kitchen window right there. You see that kitchen
Yeah,
window?
yeah.
So I'm making the drinks, whatever. And I'm like, let me just check on her. You know, like as I'm pouring the drinks, I'm like, why? I don't know why I was like, I just left. I was like, why do I feel like I gotta check on her? But I walk over there, and I look out the window, and I'm looking down. I'm like, oh, they're sitting there. That's so cute. Like puppies playing with, my girlfriend at the time. Right there behind her head, coming out of the woods, those pine trees behind you, fucking black bear, just like
creeping, just
fucking sloppy crawling out of the woods, and walking to where the opening is right there, to come in here.
Oh no!
I fucking run outside. I throw the door open, and I'm like, you have a second to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do because I'm like, the bear smells the dog or some shit and is gonna come fucking eat my girl and the dog.
Yep. Oh,
so I'm like, okay, Dave, think quick. As I'm sliding the door up, and I'm like, oh, and I make myself as big as I can. And
Over there?
Yeah, dude, over there on top of it. But I didn't run down. I was on the deck, like screaming at it, but making myself as big as I could. And I was like, Lena, get inside, like screaming, but trying to communicate to her, grab the dog and get inside. But trying to scare the bear at the same time.
Like, what?
You remember doing two things at the same time and they're all fucking mishmash?
No, it's the worst.
That's what it was. It was like, get the bear out, scare the bear, communicate to her, fucking run. And she got it somehow. She jumped up it with the dog and started fucking ran right up the stairs, and the bear just fucking ran back in the woods. And I was like, oh my God, you almost got eaten by a bear.
There's so many bear stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you have bear stories?
Yeah, I have a bunch. I have to tell you one about my my great grandma.
Oh.
Yo.
She fought a bear.
My great grandma used to walk my dog.
Oh, go ahead.
She was walking down my street. It's a pretty long street.
You do have a long street. That's
yeah. I remember, I think I was outside too, but no, I wasn't. She walks the dog, she's going, and then like, she's just like walking up the street, old lady, she's like 80 something, dude. Yeah. She's walking up the street slow. Dude, there's just a huge black bear right by her.
Oh no.
And like, there's neighbors yelling, screaming, like, shit. There's a bear.
How far from her about?
Like, dude, it was close. Like
less than 20 yards?
Way less. Maybe like 10 yards, dude. Like so close. It was like right there. Like that tree, it was probably right there.
Oh fuck no.
And I don't know what happened, but she just like looks at it, she goes like, oh, and she's like walks away.
They're so weird, man.
And then she just walks back.
She didn't and
my neighbor's like, we never saw anything like this. Like it just like didn't do anything. It was nuts. It makes no sense.
That's so weird, bro. Because they'll attack. Some black bears will attack.
They're
People
scary.
are like, oh, they're not a big deal. Whatever. I'm like, no, dude.
No.
People got eaten fucking on the mountain right up there. I swear to God.
Really?
Hiking mountain up there. That people got fucking one.
That's the one thing I'm so scared about, dude.
I know, bro.
When I go in the woods, man.
And you go alone, bro.
I go alone.
I don't do that.
And I'm like, I'm 3 miles and I'm tired. And my legs hurt. I'm taking breaks.
No cell service.
Like, yeah. No water. No nothing.
You don't take a knife.
I take a knife.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But like,
what are you gonna do? I'm like, what's it gonna do against a bear? I want to go on a camping trip soon.
Me too, dude.
I've never
Get me
done
on that. You haven't?
Never went camping.
Going back. Oh man. I used to go with my family all the time. East Lake.
Did you have? But is it camping? Like there's like a bathroom facilities?
Yeah, it's like a campground.
I would do that.
There's like bathroom facilities.
That I want to do.
I did like cabins, and we also did like tents.
My thing about the tent is, you have to poop in a hole.
Well, at some campgrounds they have like bathrooms and stuff.
That's the thing I want to do. I don't want to mess with the.
Yeah, taking.
Some of my friends, I won't say who, but like, they go camp and they just poop in a hole, and I'm like, there's no way, dude. There's no way you're getting me to do that. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is kind of. I never did that. I mean, I could see it. Hey, if you really don't care.
I like things a certain way. Like I want to go camp. I want to experience nature. I want to be out and like hear the birds and do the whole thing. I love nature, but I don't want to like.
Well, just camp right here in your backyard.
Not hygienic. Go 5 steps that way. I want to call somebody, bro.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah. Get it on.
I'm gonna try and call Adam.
Dude, I miss camping though. Wow. Camping trip, bro. Come on.
I don't think he's gonna answer.
We got to do a camping.
Let's do a camping trip. Where though?
Pennsylvania, dude. Everywhere. There's so many places here. Poconos, anywhere. Maine, New Hampshire.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What we got? What we got on there?
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, you're on guess where you are?
Oh. It's just the suite.
Yo, Mike, you invest in Zoom?
I put a couple.
That's nice.
I put a couple stacks in it. A couple stacks.
No, babe.
What's up? What's up, bro?
We over here being practical. I'm kidding. No,
What's up?
I'm chilling. You know, we out here counting stacks. No, we're making rice and watching The Office.
You're on the you're on the podcast, guys. How you feel?
Oh, we feel very
right
good.
now?
Yeah, you're on.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I feel great.
Katie Barbie. I feel great.
You don't sound very.
How unsocial do you feel now?
Very.
It's Katie's birthday tomorrow, dude.
Oh, really?
Katie's birthday.
Aw,
Shout
happy
out
birthday,
Katie
Katie.
Barbie. 2 bars to it.
Big happy birthday. Woo!
What's up?
I will be 22 years old.
Wow.
Plus 10.
Dude, I'm older than you.
What's one? That's that.
Well,
Oh, shoot. 33.
She don't know how old she is.
what do you want to do for your birthday, Katie, in quarantine?
Talk to everybody I love
Aww.
and eat.
There we go.
I do that every day anyway. Today I made pickled red onion, chocolate chip cookies, homemade peasant bread.
What's peasant bread?
It's just like a sandwich loaf bread.
Okay.
And I made peanut tofu, and I made, what was the other thing I made?
Cookies? You already said that?
Yeah.
That was all in one dish?
All together.
No, it was
It's called
spread out.
Katie's Catastrophe.
It's a smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
That's a quarantine
I
edition.
made something else and I can't remember what it is.
She didn't make nothing else. You made peanut tofu, right?
No, but something else.
Peanut brittle
I don't have
tofu.
time for this.
Saltwater taffy.
Riveting content. Absolutely riveting.
Riveting.
These are the things we need, I think.
Well, I mean, you have been on the podcast in how long? It's been fucking forever.
It's been 4 months, 11 weeks.
We can announce that we're moving to LA.
No way.
They're moving to the west, dude.
Wow.
When everything clears up.
To LA?
Start West Coast Customs.
How?
Exhibit. Pimp your ride.
Me and Exhibit and Ish are gonna reopen. So many. You remember that?
Yeah, dude. Did you ever watch that show, Pimp My Ride, back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
You've officially been pimped.
What's one of your favorite parts of your episodes of the podcast that you did? What's some memories you have?
I don't
Any good
I have no idea.
Any good conversation? You don't remember nothing that we talked? Not one thing?
I do.
Here, just get this away from me.
You take
dude.
it. Here, let me ask one thing.
Yeah.
Yo,
How do you feel about the West Coast, LA?
Well, we're gonna move to like 40 minutes outside of LA.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have that suburb ocean
Oh.
life because we're gonna move to a little seaside
all right.
town and then go into the city. So I'm excited about that transition.
All right.
it's gonna be more like nature-centric, quiet life.
Yeah. I can't wait to see y'all over there. Cause like I feel like y'all got that southern, that twang, so I feel like they need that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we about to country it up over there on the
We were
coast.
meant to be in the West. I need my cowboy hat. I need my boots.
I can
need
see
my
y'all- I can see y'all in
Levi's, I need my
Texas.
ripped up shirt.
I can see y'all in Texas, the motherland.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
back.
That was the first place we thought we were gonna go. That'll probably be more down the line, though. I would imagine.
I feel you. All right. Well, how?
Cause you know, Mikey, that's where I'm from. You know, I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I know.
hey, to answer your question, Dave, I'd say that
Oh, thanks.
first thing that came to mind. I don't know if I'm cutting out. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We got that peasant bread, but we got that peasant internet as well. I paid her to laugh that hard. So that's why I'm a peasant. So I would say the first thing that came to mind was
Yeah.
when we did the annual freeze your butt off at the.
That was my favorite.
That was a favorite?
I loved one, how y'all never complained that it was so cold.
Yes.
Two, that I got to tell you how much I love you.
Yeah.
Um, That felt good. I
That felt
listened to
really
that, and I said,
You did. You expressed it. That was really nice.
And I would say an overarching thing that I love the most is, well, you can't compare these things, but I really love the blossoming of Mike Nowicki.
Oh,
come on.
Oh.
Don't lie.
Agreed.
Tell him.
What? I'm dying. I'm wilting.
Okay, I take it back. It wasn't the greatest reaction to what I said. I expected tears, maybe some yelling. No.
You want to know my favorite thing that you guys ever did on our podcast?
I do.
When you ripped the rose garden secretly to me while Katie was answering a question. You got to go back if you're listening and watch the podcast the first time Katie and Adam were on. I don't know what minute mark it is. I don't know what timestamp. But just go to the part where Adam whispers something to me and I just lose my shit.
Yeah, what was
Let me
that?
just say, for the record,
I've never laughed harder than that.
What was that?
was a joke. I love the rose.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh my
I remember
God.
that moment, but I don't know what you said.
They were talking about a movie they saw that was just a shitty movie.
Uh-huh.
And we didn't.
No way.
And I was asking Adam while Katie was talking. I was like, Adam, what movie is he talking about? What movie is she talking about? And he mouths to me, The Rose Garden.
Hey, because you're back and you're recapping that memory, you want us to tell you what real movie that was?
I already know.
Bro,
But
pretend like you don't.
audience.
Oh, go ahead. Which movie? Go ahead, tell him.
All right, we're gonna reveal it exclusively.
I'm showing the camera to you.
Ready?
Go ahead, that's the camera.
I'll whisper it to you, Dave.
Go ahead.
I'll meet you there.
We gotta go. We got a podcast.
Yeah, it's over.
The real
It's
movie.
over.
In just the spirit of being a degraded.
Dude, if you do it again, bro, we're gonna have problems.
Collateral Beauty. That was.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay.
One of the worst films I've ever seen.
Okay.
Not to hate, but it's just an opinion. That's all right.
Wasn't Will Smith in that one?
Oh.
Ooh, yes he was.
Fresh
I think
Prince?
that they should have been
Oh.
in their separate movies, and it would have been fine. But all of them together was just a big crock pot of dubious food.
It was Collateral Booty, is what it was. That's what it was.
Why are you so much funnier than me?
Dude, it's just gifts, Some people are just more gifted. That's all, Katie.
Are you guys drinking? Are you guys drinking right now?
No, water.
All right. Okay.
Drink
Okay.
water.
Aqua, baby, you gotta get that immune system up. What you talking about?
God.
It really is. It's the Holy Spirit, dog.
That's his Bible study. He's real happy.
No, I'm just talking to the Lord. That's all.
That's it. That's all you need, dude. Shout out to the
That's
one.
all I need. That's all it is.
Hey, thank you for this.
Yo, thanks for calling. That's so
Yeah.
sweet of y'all.
You're on the podcast. We love you and we miss you. I just wanted to say that.
We miss y'all so much every day, all the time.
We're watching The Office, and we saw that Gabe was having a party, and he had everyone over.
Uh-huh.
And Adam just looks at me and goes, "Oh, people."
I didn't say it like that, though. I said it with some I said,
said, "Oh, people."
"Oh, people."
He went, oh, people.
Literally, like
I
a
used
little
to
girl.
use every excuse to get out of any social engagement, and now I'm like,
I'll go to a bar mitzvah right now if it was allowed, dude. I'd go to a
Dude.
child's fifth birthday. I would go to right now.
Tell me I won't go to jury duty right now.
Yo, Sam won't go to jury duty. Straight up.
Yo, we'll let y'all go.
Go ahead.
Got other things to do.
Enjoy your
I love y'all.
office. I love you
Love
guys
you
too.
guys.
Love you.
Love you guys. Peace. Thank you. I love you.
"Love you."
All right, that's Adam and Katie right there.
Oh, that was
Adam and
great.
Katie, dude. He roasted me twice. He snuck me
You know
twice.
what that is,
bro.
dude? That's all that. Those are pent up, calculated puns and jokes.
Yeah.
Because he's not letting it out,
Because we're not hanging out.
and you know.
It's when we would hang out. That's when we would let him slide like a jab.
He stays up and writes
Dude,
about
100%,
you.
100%.
jokes,
just
and he's waiting.
he's got a 15 track mind. Like he doesn't have. I feel like his mind is so much. He can think on more than one track. Like I'm such a one track thinker. He
Yeah,
can think on
he's
like
quick.
7 tracks at the
Yeah.
same time, dude. He's thinking of one thing, but another wheel spinning over here while he's thinking about that one thing, and I'm like, I can't. I'm drooling thinking about one thing. You know what I mean? I have such a one triangle. He's like a multifaceted dude. Dude, I wanted to talk about UFC
Oh yeah.
because the event happened.
Yes.
And
You know what's crazy? Did you see that they made each fighter sign like a
No.
like an NDA or something that you can't criticize like the what's it called, like the safety, like the health
The
of the
regulations.
event. You can't say anything about it.
Anything bad about it?
Yeah.
Or anything?
I think anything or anything bad. Maybe anything bad.
Wow.
You can't criticize it, which is weird.
That is weird.
But
It was like, I watched it. It was weird, but it was cool. Because and the
Yeah.
cool parts about it, I was on the fence, like I was like, how are we quarantining and there's two people allowed to like breathe and sweat and bleed and like
yeah. Well, you saw with
Reaction and
what's his name?
we're doomed.
Yeah.
He got kicked. So one fighter got kicked out of the card like the night before because
Yep.
he tested positive for COVID.
And I just thought, think about all the people
That's what
he
I'm
was
saying.
training with. Like,
So yes,
I don't know.
it's
That's
weird, man. It's weird.
really
And
weird.
if you're not if you're asymptomatic, if you don't have the symptoms yet, like, isn't it you won't show up positive?
Where
on
was it?
Florida, Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say if they did it because I remember they were talking about doing like some remote island or something.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's the only way you can get around it.
Yeah.
Because if you test before they even leave, and then you go, there,
Yeah.
and then you just train there and do all those things,
Yep.
that'd be nuts.
Yeah, dude. It'd
But
be wild.
that's so tough. And the one thing I kind of have a problem with is it was still like retail, like what's it called, like pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. Yeah, it was.
Which is kind of like, I don't know,
Because they weren't
definitely,
getting
like-
ticket sales.
only sport out right now.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get the sales, bro.
I want to know their records, dude. I don't know if they broke the record or not on that, but I
don't know.
bought it.
I think they would say something.
I was so excited, dude. I haven't seen. There's no sport.
Yeah.
There was cornhole on
Yeah.
ESPN, bro.
I don't know why I didn't watch it.
You know? You hear me?
Cornhole?
I'm gonna say it twice. Cornhole on
Where was
ESPN,
it?
bro. The backyard game
You can play that.
with a mask. There's that's on ESPN.
Can't you
That's-
play golf or something?
I think Taiwanese baseball's open.
Why?
They're baseball. I don't know. They play baseball. They're on. Fucking cornhole is being played right now. That's the only two
Cornhole's-
sports I've seen.
Cornhole's professional?
There's pro cornhole. I was on ESPN. I don't know.
I might have to pick that up.
And then UFC's back. And like, are you gonna watch Taiwanese baseball?
Cornhole.
Are you gonna watch cornhole? Or are you gonna
Cornhole's
watch UFC,
Pretty
bro?
exciting.
I would pay $500 for a UFC pay-per-view that night. I would
Really?
have paid anything to watch a
Wow.
UFC fight that night. I was dying, dude. I'm so
feel that.
depraved of like
Yeah.
sports at all.
Yeah.
And that night, dude, it was, and I'm just by my. The shitty part was like, it wasn't shitty, but like, usually you order a fight, your friends come over,
Yep.
there's food,
Yep.
you guys are yelling at each other, the crowd is loud. That was the weirdest thing. It was like, oh my, I'd
Yeah.
see someone
Nothing.
get hit really hard, I'd be like, oh shit, and I'm talking to myself, dude.
Yeah.
And I look around and Lena's like,
She doesn't
she's like,
care. Right?
like watching the fight. Yeah. She's like, oh my god. And I'm like, oh shit, did you see? And she's like, yeah, it's not nice. He shouldn't do that. I'm like, fuck, man. I wish like my boys were here. I wish Mikey was here. But
Yeah.
and the crowd factor's weird because
Yes.
the interviews after the fight. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, it's just like them.
It's like they just sparred and they're just talking about how it went. And Gaethje beat the shit out of Tony Ferguson and was just like,
Yeah. That's
So-
just
so-
that's heartbreaking to me, dude.
it was. I was so upset, bro.
Yeah.
If you watch the whole fight, I was almost crying at the end. He shook his head
Really?
like this after he got torn up the whole fight. And Tony Ferguson's like the toughest dude I've ever
Yeah.
seen, and he's known for his toughness.
Yeah.
He went 5 rounds with this murderer, and we all thought he was gonna win. He obviously was outclassed by him. Got beat up bad, worse than I've seen anyone.
Yeah.
I think in the UFC get beat up, and in a professional fight. And by the end of it, Justin threw like 2 jabs and connected, just jabs, but he was so battered.
Yeah.
And they landed like square on his nose. I think it fucked up his nose even worse. And he just shook his head like this. And I like literally was like crying. Like you broke the man. Like he broke him. I had never seen that in that way before. 'Cause he was such a tough dude, and to see him broken, to quit, dude. Like he was done. He was done.
Dude, and his
it was
story,
weird.
like his story and his fights that he's been going,
Oh god.
like, how many title, fights? I think it was like 5, 6
Yeah.
in the past, all his
Always
fights.
fucking this
And
close.
he had the one chance.
And he tore his ACL. over a cord, bro.
That, yep. And then another chance where this shit fucked it all up.
Yes, dude.
And now he lost. Now it's over.
If he would have went to Khabib, I'm telling you, he's the only guy I
had
thought
a feeling,
that would have
dude.
had him.
Me too.
But Gaethje is no joke, man.
Yeah.
Gaethje's real deal.
Yeah.
He's after that fight. You gotta check it. You gotta watch it. I'm telling
I gotta
you,
go back.
You're gonna see Gaethje's not the old fighter he was, where he like walked face first into like haymakers
really?
and shit. He was so safe.
Really?
He was.
That's surprising
striking
to me,
perfect.
man.
Dude, but he talked to his coach Trevor Whitman, like best coach in the OC.
Yep.
And Whitman was like, what do you want to be? He's like, I want to be champ. He's like, well, you gotta reel it back and be smart. And just he's used to fighting one way, and he like I saw a different fighter, bro. It was crazy. You gotta check it out. You gotta check it out.
Fuck, I gotta go back.
You're gonna freak out. He might beat Khabib. I'll say it right
think?
now. He might shock the world. I swear to God.
I would love that. That's the one thing I want to see, dude. I want to see the breakdown of Khabib.
Me too.
That's
Me
the
too.
one thing I wish.
Me too. I wish Connor did it. Connor couldn't do it.
I kind of can't. I don't think he can.
No. Yeah, dude.
Now I feel so bad I didn't
You
watch
see
it.
Tyson come back? Tyson hitting the bag? Tyson
Does
looks
he?
like he's 25.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting the bag.
He can't, though. He can't come back.
Do you think you could take a punch from Mike Tyson?
No.
right now?
There's
way.
no way.
No way. No way. You'd fold. No way.
There's no way, dude.
No way, bro. No way. I watch those fighters and I'm like, dude, if I am to get hit in a bar by 2 of those punches that guy just ate,
No.
I'd be dead. The shit that Tony was getting hit with,
Yeah.
I don't know how a human brain doesn't shut off. I pass out if I see blood, dude.
That's why I'm not getting no bar fights. That's,
No.
That's the one thing I fear. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
bro.
I don't care.
I was thinking about this, dude. In the frustration moments in the supermarket,
Uh-huh.
if I'm frustrated, there was a guy walking like up behind me and like super close, and I had that thing kick up in me where I was just like, back up, man. I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna snap. I can't put my hands on him, and if I do, I'm making myself even more. It's not a normal day.
Yeah.
God, I don't want to fight, but like, if he was to come up to me and try to like rob me or some shit,
You're risking, like, what
Yeah.
if they have something? You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yes. There was did I ever tell you the story? There was a dude in New York City. I was there late January. I was in the Lower East Side.
I don't think you told me.
I was going to get lunch with someone on a phone call outside waiting. I was on a phone call. They were inside the restaurant. I was talking, and this guy came up to me and tapped. This is before early February, late January. This guy tapped me on the shoulder.
I feel like that's the worst start to any Dave story ever. Tap on the shoulder.
And I'm in a heated argument, right, on the phone.
Oh.
So I'm already emotionally like, just stay away from me. Some random guy taps me on the shoulder, and I spin around, and it's this big, like, he looks like a Ukrainian dude, like he was like from the Balkan states. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big. He looked like he was heavy. 6'5". And I turn around, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he goes, he's holding his stomach. He goes, looking me dead in my eye, like as far as I am away from this microphone. He's like, hey man, I don't feel so good. And I'm not even, I swear to hand to God. He said, hey man, I don't feel so good. And immediately, every sense in my mind, like in my body, was like reading his behavior. And the first thing I thought was, this is a prank show. That's a prank. This isn't real. What you're doing right now isn't real. Because why would you say you don't feel so good to a stranger, holding your stomach, and this close to my face? And I'm like, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. So I just said, can't help you.
Can't help you.
And he like laughed and like that, and then I was like, 100% you're fucking with me. He
Oh,
like giggled and like just spun away and like walked.
That's all he
across
did?
the street. Yeah, and he wasn't homeless. He was like, he was a well-off dude. Like he had his phone. He was good.
Wait, what?
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
the weirdest
dude.
story
That shit
ever.
happens, dude. It happens to me. That kind of thing happens to me. I think I was on a camera show or some shit, and they were trying to get reactions. You know what I'm talking about? I think that was like what I was being set up
Someone
to.
trying to set up a little YouTube video.
Yeah, I think so. And I just like
Well, you shut him down.
pulled the chute on it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So stupid.
I said, pull the chute, because the ground's coming up quick. You better pull that chute, dog. Yeah, that's another story. I'm telling stories out here
I don't
today,
feel so
bro.
good.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
He must have been leaning into. It's before I even knew COVID was
Not
a
even
thing.
a good joke.
Bad joke.
What even is that? I don't know what to call
before
that.
it. It was probably before when and nothing hit us yet. And it was like, he's like, oh, I'm going to make a video about this when it pops. Like, it'll be a funny video. And he didn't think it would be serious. And now it's the most serious shit that ever hit fucking human civilization. And your video wouldn't work now anyway, because it's not funny.
That's how far you think about it.
Yeah, that's how far my mind goes into that kind of thing.
It's crazy.
When I'm disrespected. I felt every sense work in my body.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, reading all his behavior, and I was just like, he's joking with me, he's fucking with me, he's trying to put me on the show. Like, immediately.
I feel like it's hard for me in public to be like, to be pushed to like that kind of level.
You're very, very, very collected.
I'm very calm.
Yeah, I think if
But if I snap,
let me give you a scenario.
if I snap,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
things are snapping.
I'd be scared if you
If I
snap.
snap,
Yeah.
things are snapping.
like femurs? Yeah,
Bones.
bones. That's a bone.
Like I'm over. I'm done.
I know.
It's over.
I want to see it, but I don't. I'm
I don't
so
think you will.
afraid.
I don't think you will.
I hope not.
I don't think
Like,
you
not towards me. Like,
will. I don't even think I will. Because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm even there.
Yeah. I think the older you get, you're gonna see you'll change.
Yeah.
I was talking to my grandma on the phone on Mother's Day.
Hmm.
I was telling her about this little like fight I got into, and how I was like standing up for myself, and I spoke up, and it was a fight. It was like a full blown, don't fuck with me. And she goes,
Wait, to your grandma?
to my grandmother, because I was recapping with her.
Oh, okay, got you.
And I said, she goes, oh my God, David, what? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I'm really proud of you. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, you used to be such a, and I said, pushover? And she goes, no, I wouldn't say pushover. No, you're just a really nice kid.
Oh, wow.
So like you would never argue. You would always laugh things off. You were never, if someone made fun of you or whatever, or upset you, you wouldn't bring it to their attention ever.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I changed, bro. The older I get, I'm telling you, the older you get, and now that I have like a little family and like it's mine,
Yeah.
I feel different. I know it's silly, but like I feel different.
I think it's
feel
natural.
like I feel like I have to say things if they're
You have a
encroaching-
line.
Yeah, if you're encroaching on my my comfort and my life in a way that makes me upset or harms my family, I'm gonna defend that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll speak up for myself now.
Gotcha.
Whereas I used to just be like, I would hold things in, and I'd like, if something bothered me, I'd be like, Dave, it's okay, it's fine. And I would just let it fall off my shoulder. But I think it's just getting older. I think that's something that changes, and you get a bit more rigid on like your line. I'm not popping off at the mouth of people. I'm never disrespectful. I don't think.
Yeah.
And if I am, I'm sorry. But I think I just feel myself like using my voice more to say, don't do that. Which I think is fair. It doesn't make me a
definitely.
bad guy. It just means like, if you're doing a thing that's uncouth or like mean, just to be mean, I'm gonna say something.
Especially I think it's because it definitely is when you get older, because
Yeah.
that's how like when you're a kid, that's what your parents do, no?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you gotta do it to like some younger kid.
Yeah.
Like, hey, stop!
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You gotta defend yourself a little bit.
I'm interested to see what I'm gonna be like as an adult, man. Because
Yeah.
I'm not there.
You're a boy.
I'm a little boy still.
Boy, man. Boy, man.
I don't know.
Can we get that graphic? I want to get like a picture, like a cartoon of you, but boy, man.
Boy, man.
Yeah.
What would you be?
The
You know what I feel like, dude?
Yeah,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to say this. I always forget every time.
Uh-oh.
You ever play Toe Jam and Earl?
Yeah, dude.
Where Toe Jam and Earl?
Oh my god. Wait a second. I gotta pull up a picture. Hold on.
Put a picture of Toe Jam and Earl. on the
No,
screen.
bro. Toe Jam and Earl. Let me see. Toe Jam. Hey, you ever put things in your phone and then you hit the period instead of the space?
I'm fucking
So-
Earl, dude. Look at that.
So everything is not spaced, but has a period at the end of it instead. Toe Jam and Earl. Dude, I'm orange
No, I'm orange.
and I'm hot dog looking thing.
I don't know
With
what
the
that is
chain?
actually.
It's saying jamming.
You're like Gumby.
I'm a Gumby.
You look like Gumby.
Unreal, dude.
That's us, dude.
Should we call one more what time is it? Oh, we're past an hour, aren't we?
Yeah, we're like at an hour.
Should we call one more person before we wrap?
Who do you want to call?
Oh, your brother has a question for us too. I don't know.
Yeah, let's answer that question. And I had another question.
Oh, okay. My bad. We're not calling no one then.
No, call someone.
No,
Come on, dude.
not doing it.
All right. I wanted to ask, what's more important, human experiences or career success?
Human experiences.
Okay. Call someone.
What do you think?
I think human experiences too.
You think so for real?
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Yes.
Whoa. That was one right there. That was one right there. You felt that?
Yeah.
The moment is so. Oh, I posted something I want to share real quick. There's a
Yeah.
little thing from Boyhood I want to share.
Boy, man.
Boy, man,
That's me.
man, boy. Hold on, if I could figure this out. Okay.
What was
So
was that you?
it goes like this.
That sounded like
This dialogue.
Schmeagol, dude. What's that?
That wasn't me.
It's terrifying.
So the quote is, you know how everyone's always saying, seize the moment.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's the other way around. You know, like this moment seizes us. It's constant. The moment. It's like, it's always right now, you know? So the moment seizing us, I like that thought. Like instead of you having to go out and seize the moment, it's like the moment is constantly upon you.
Oh.
Like it's seizing you constantly. So it takes the pressure away from like, I gotta seize the moment. No. Relax. The moment's on you already. It's happening.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a thing. You know?
I
You
feel that.
Yeah, it's a shift in focus, but it was really cool. It's a lens shift.
Mm. I feel like it's nice though sometimes to like be there and be like, hey, listen, let's appreciate this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good reminder, man. It's always a good reminder. Got my book here.
That's Adam.
Isn't this Adam, dude?
It's Adam. I always look at that book and I'm like, that's Adam.
That's young Marlon Brando right there, dude. It looks just like fucking
him,
Adam, dude. It might as well be Adam. It looks fucking exactly like him. I was underlining some pages in here. I just want to read one. I don't know what it's gonna be.
I want to share a little thing I missed. Dude.
When it came to technique, I'm sorry, bro. Oh my bad, bro. When it came to technique, Bud didn't have any. Rather, he possessed an unspoiled naturalism. I like the way that was worded. Unspoiled naturalism. So actors,
Unspoiled naturalism.
do yourself a favor. In the beginning, don't get ahead of yourself.
Mm.
Don't go to your mind. Stay away from thought. The reason Marlon Brando was special in the beginning is he had unspoiled naturalism. And you take that as whatever you want. Now go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
I like that a lot. I just wanted to say, I miss when like I don't know why I'm going back to see. I'm thinking about like the past again.
Go back,
I don't
baby.
know why I'm thinking
Let's
about.
rewind.
I remember when we first kind of met and how we first started becoming like friends and like closer. And I miss like the times you would like, and this kind of was brought up from you talking about poetry and you introducing me to everything. I remember you'd always like come up to me and like you'd be reading something and you just come up to me and be like, read like listen to this.
Yeah.
You know, and you just share something.
Yeah.
I miss that, man. I miss like just being shared random things.
Yeah. Me too.
Those,
We
like-
can still do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll share something with you before you go.
All right.
I'm gonna go inside and grab something for you before you go.
I feel that. Thanks,
So I'll
dude.
share something with
All
you.
right.
I want you to read.
Hell yeah.
Question from your brother. And we'll wrap
Yes.
it. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you're still listening, this is a community, man.
Yes.
And
it
we're
is.
separated, but we're together. And I feel like we're getting stronger. We're having a stronger community now more than ever. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
it. Let's keep this going. I'm really grateful to have this with you, man.
Me too.
Do you think it is important, or is there any value in knowing your family history? Do you think it is important, or is there any value in knowing your family history? That's from your bro Seabass. Shout out Seabass and your wifey.
Mm.
Congrats on the move. I'm excited for you
Yes.
guys.
I love you, bro. I think it's kind of. I think for sure it's important. I think it's a very, you know, like something to appreciate. You know where you come from.
I think it has value. Yeah.
I can see like people not wanting to because of circumstances and stuff. But I think it's even if like you don't have anyone or because a lot of people aren't blessed with like a full family
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still think it's important to know like the history and maybe where you come from. You can learn something about you know
Yeah.
maybe someone way back that did something great,
For sure.
and that can give you something, or you can connect with that somehow.
Yeah.
I realize with my like family, like there's so much things that I don't know,
Yeah.
and like and it's literally a question.
Yeah.
It's literally like a couple words, and you can know so much,
Yes.
and that might be able to fuel anything you have going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's nothing but a positive if you're able to trace it back. If there's
Yeah.
like a path for you to trace it back. I've seen like my stepmother is she is adopted, and she didn't know her family, like any of her family, like her biological family, until she was in her 40s.
Wow.
So she lived a whole life not knowing and curious and wanting to find out and finding dead ends. And, you know, when she found out where her family came from, like, it's not always the answers you want, but she has a clarity on it. I'm just, you know, looking at her as an example, because I have a family like that. I'm lucky to, I have a pretty big family, and like, you know, they've kept their past kind of secret, but I kind of know some things. And yeah, just I'd rather know. I'd definitely rather know. And I feel like I don't think it defines you, but it influences your identity a bit.
Yeah.
Like if you know in your past your great grandfather was in World War II, I have such a respect for my great grandfather being a part of, you know, the Allied troops and being in the Navy, and his stories about being on a battleship and seeing a torpedo, like that kind of thing. And he came from Salerno and tracing that back in Italy, and you know that it gives me some kind of memory and some kind of lineage, and a feeling of being connected to the people before me, and it's just cool. I think I don't know. I don't know if it's important, but I think it holds value.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that there's like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Of family lineage.
Yeah.
That like we barely know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would like to just like if imagine you could get on a time machine, just like go back.
Just see like who it was, like how they lived.
Yeah. What they look like.
Biggest thing too is, you know what I want to start doing, man? I want to start carrying just like a cheap like disposable camera, or like just like a little like film camera like that.
Me too, man.
Like a point and shoot, just click and that's it.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Because like I look in like photo books and stuff, and I'm like, dude, this is like so important.
Can we get disposable photo like cameras?
Yeah.
They still do?
Yeah,
No problem.
yeah. Oh, that's a big thing.
I want to get a bunch, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's genius.
I even just want to get like, those are cheap as hell too.
I want the cheap ones.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I'm gonna start developing stuff too.
Yeah, man. That's a good idea. That's
one thing I really
idea.
one thing I wanted to do, because I know the film kind of community is kind of getting, a lot of people I know are getting into film stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I get you and like friends and stuff. But like a lot of the labs and stuff are closing down.
Yes,
for
man.
developing. I want to learn and like maybe
how to
try to do it for other people.
Fuck.
And just like
bro.
charge like cheap.
That's a craft
you know?
could do. You're uncomfortable with and you want to learn.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's what
actually.
I want to do.
Damn.
Scan them and send them.
That'd be sick.
Because this is like a like I don't know, in quarantine I feel it'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be. Charge like $100.
No, honestly, I'd do it for even cheaper.
$500.
Dude, $1,000.
Hide the
I
man.
don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe I could just make a lot of money.
You could corner the market.
I can
right
make
now.
money. I don't know, but that's all a big step. I can make money.
Money. Yeah. All right. You are here podcast.
Do you want to call anyone?
No,
No,
bro.
All
We'll
right,
save that
all
for
right.
next week.
Well, that's it then.
All right. Thanks for coming over. We did a podcast together and we were apart, but
This
together.
feels good, man. It feels good to see someone and talk and sit
Thank you.
for
This was
longer
nice,
than
dude.
a blink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like when I'm around people, I'm like, I don't want to be near. anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
but this
nice.
is where you're sitting and you're like, wow, this is a person. You know?
Yeah.
Feels nice. So
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate that. Hey, I hope everyone's safe out there still.
Yes.
Keeping their heads up.
Yep.
This is the podcast, episode 68. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, www.youareherepodcast.co. You cannot afford the M. And Mike, I'm signing out.
I'm Dave, and I love y'all.
Peace, guys.
Bang.